Hi, it's Janie. I wanted to show you how I did these vellum flowers. Okay, let's look at one of the daisy shaped ones. I like to use 3 of the daisy shaped petals, flowers. And I'll trade that one out. Just like before, I'll put a little glue in the center. Stagger the petals. Put a little glue in the center of that. Stagger the petals again. And then I'll take 2 of these really small and stack those in there. And I look for the one that has the most shimmer to it, like this one. And I'll put that one on top, just because I like to see the shimmer. So I'll stagger the petals for that one. Stagger the petals for that one, and I will let this dry. Give it a good press down. Make sure I got this in the middle, and the glue is a little forgiving if you don't get it in the middle right away, because it's hard to look at it when it's not right over you, when you're not right over it. You do want to be careful if you're peeling that apart, because the vellum will tear easily. If it does tear, not a big deal for the bottom layer, because you can just glue it in place. And if it's a top layer, just cover the tear up with the beads later. Like this. And I'll put another bottle on that to dry. And let me show you one that I already have done. And I'll put some beads in here. This time we'll put some of the micro beads. And I'll tell you what, I like to also mix the micro beads with the broken bugle beads. That comes out with a really nice look. I have bought some before. This is called Gala Glitz. It's Glitter Art brand. And it has little bitty seed beads and bugle beads mixed up in it, and a few mica flakes. But these were fairly expensive for this little bottle. It does last a long time, but it was fairly expensive. So what I found is I just can mix my own set of glitter and beads and come up with all sorts of combinations that are a lot easier and cheaper, because I already have all this stuff. And it's probably time for me to replace this bag. I was talking about Scrap-a-Dabba-Doo does have bags, resealable bags that you can purchase, and I think they're very handy for beads and glitter and my flower pieces. When I cut them out and haven't used them yet, I'll put my flowers in them. And keeps it separated. Put a little bit more glue. And I'm going to put these bugle beads down first. A few of those. And then I'll put a few of these marbles on. Get my little spoon. I got these little bitty tiny spoons from Art Anthology. And it's not something I needed, but it's something that I absolutely love. And it makes me smile every time I use them. So they get used. It comes with, I forget if they all come together or if I bought them separately. It has a little funnel for glitters that is really just fun to use. I mean, it's not like I needed it, but I like it. But I do use these a lot. This one is just a regular spoon that will hold glitter and beads really well, but they're shallow and you're just getting the right amount that you need. And this one has little holes so that you can fill it up with glitter and kind of sprinkle it, let it fall through the holes, and sprinkle it on your projects for those projects that need the glitter applied a little more gently. And I just tied ribbons onto them, and that one just came off. I just strung the ribbon through holes in the spoon and tie a knot and hang them on my little white turntable thing, and you shake the unused ones off, and you can already tell it's really nice and different. On these, I just use the glass beads. How to put this flower together. On this, I have yellow on the flowers, but I put a little bit of pink in the center in a minute, and I'll show you that. I also have another version of that where it's just pink, but I must have used it. Anyway, take 4 of these petals that we clipped or little snipped into, and these are all fairly flat. I'm going to pick at least one that's a little more curled because that gives it more life. And just stacking them and staggering. Told you these flowers were really easy. And I let these flowers dry overnight after I've sprayed them with the color, just because I had other stuff to do. So I sprayed these, let them dry, and then got back to them today, this morning. If you're in a hurry, you can heat them. The heat doesn't really make the vellum turn up anymore. It just dries the color on there. And you will let that dry, but you're going to hold pressure. And all these petals are kind of flat right now, but if you take your finger and you're going to go like that and squish the petals up, shape it. In the very middle of these, because if the project I want to use them on, I want to have them have a little bit of pink in the middle. So I take my Lindy Stamp Gang Ramblin' Rose Pink, and I take and use the tube to deliver the spray just because it's easy. And I just kind of swirl it around the bottom there to get it some coverage, and I'll let that dry. It's as easy as that. And here is one that I have already fixed, and I've already put the petals up like I showed you. You're holding it like this between your finger and your thumb, and then you're going to bring these fingers around and touch, the thumb and finger of this hand and touch, and you're just kind of closing in on the petals like that. And if that doesn't work, you can bring them each layer up one at a time, but that usually works for me. And so now I have this pretty little center, and I will put some glue on top of that, and this glue will dry clear. And then I will put some of these glass beads. And you could use a spoon or just use your fingers. These are rather larger. And put 3 or 4, however many you want to. let's just do 5. Kind of move them around a little. And when the glue dries, it will look like that or that. There's a good shot. So they're easy and simple to do. I made this canvas. I've also done a card that I'll put up on the screen. And I'll show you the glitter technique on the card in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye. And if you want to put seed beads in the middle, you put a little glue. And I just spoon the beads over. Give that a second and pour them back into the container. Then I'll let that dry and then I'll bring my petals up.